Do you think that both get signed back this past offseason or this upcoming offseason?
No, I think that Bosa is probably going to wait till next year. I believe his brother signed after his 4th year. I think Bosa probably will. And I think the Niners are probably counting on staggering the signings for the reasons I said, because of this funding rule. It's a
Yeah,
lot of
you're right. His
yeah.
brother did sign after the 4th year, right? And to
Yeah.
me, it's interesting because like they exercise the 5th year option, and then these contracts get made. So like
Mhm.
you get a little bit of an extra boost because some of that money is a little more guaranteed as well.
Mhm.
And so it could happen. The one difference, obviously, is the injury history that Bosa has compared to Joey. But
True.
they are stickler for money, both that family itself.
Yeah, they're not going to give the Niners a break. I mean, they're in top condition, but you have to pay to play with them. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but you do think that Deebo Samuel gets re-signed this offseason?
I would think so. I don't think he has that much leverage right now. I think he lost leverage when he didn't get traded. I think if he would have got traded, it would have happened on the draft night. It didn't. I don't think there's any teams out there really dying to trade for him now. So I mean, he showed up to minicamp. I think he realizes he's coming back. I'm just
Yeah,
curious how much guaranteed money he gets. I'm curious.
oh yeah, definitely. And I mean that's the main question. I think it has lowered from his expectations just with how the market's gone. We talk about Cup, but the reason that Cup got his money is because it's essentially a 5-year deal, like worth $110 or
Right.
$110 million, right? Which is a $22 million AAV, which is
Yeah.
lower than what people expect. But when you talk about the AJ Brown contract, only 57 million guaranteed. It wasn't the 65, 70 that Debo might have wanted. And so I think the
And it was
the
like 40 guaranteed at signing, which is I think the number
40th
for the escrow thing. Yeah. Yep.
exactly.
Yep.
And then I think the main thing you talked about this a little earlier is a signing bonus. I think that that's extremely important because that's the only thing that dictates the cap hit for 2022.
Right. Right. Right.
Exactly.
So if
So
Debo gets a big signing bonus, then Jimmy has to go. Right.
yeah,
Jimmy has to
well,
go. Yeah.
because we have 4 million effectively in cap space right now. So if Debo Samuel gets just a crazy signing bonus, maybe around 30 million, which and obviously if you spread over 5 years, that's 6 million for that first year. The base salary would be as low as possible, close to a million, but that's still a 7 million cap hit, which means your salary cap will decrease by 3 million because its cap hit is only 4.8 right now.
Do you think the Niners have explained this to Debo and his agent? Like, look, guys, between us, you have to wait until we get rid of Jimmy. We really can't do
Uh,
this until we get rid of
I
Jimmy.
don't think I don't like I mean, we've seen they don't want to lose any leverage in any situation possible, even if it detriments their franchise at times. So to me, I don't think they've necessarily explained it, but I think knowing how Parag works, they might even include a void year if possible, to take on an extra year of that signing bonus hit, knowing that they probably extend him before that, so that never happens
Right.
anyway.
Right.
So if they want a big signing bonus, I'd expect an extra void year, but if they don't want a big signing bonus, then I think it works out in both favors. They might up the guarantee money a little bit so that they can shoulder the hit this year. But like we said, because of the Alex Mack retirement, they do have that extra 4 million in cap
Yeah.
hit space, which is helpful.
Helps.
And
Helps.
they get an extra million with whenever D Ford, whenever that situation gets handled as well.
Rohan, thank you for explaining all this. I have one question before you go. How is it going to end with Jimmy? How does this end?
That's a question that really not
That's above
many
your pay
people
grade.
know.
That's
I
above
mean,
your pay grade. Yeah.
like I tweeted out on freaking March 16th, this boy is going to be off the roster. It is, what is it? I mean, I haven't seen your regular
It's
Jimmy
June 13th. How? How?
June 13th and he's still on the roster. And I understand why from their standpoint, right? You got to pass physical, save that 7 million because you want your precious money because like you said earlier, they are unwilling to spend at times. I do apply their offseason. I think their offseason, unlike like I know you've had a more pessimistic view because they haven't necessarily reached their objectives, be it signing
It was
contracts
a
or
modest offseason.
yeah, but
It
I
was a
do
modest offseason. I'll put it that way. Yeah.
I applaud what they did in
Yeah.
terms of actually addressing the secondary with
Yes.
Trevor Ward. And
Agreed.
it might not be a ball hawk necessarily, but it gets the job done given how your
He's a
defense.
huge upgrade.
Yeah,
No doubt.
exactly. And I
Yeah.
applaud like giving Trey Lance giving him every room to work and every room to grow. And that's something that's important to me because when you hear the coaching staff talk about him, especially the way that they progressed since March, it's important to know that he's QB1 and that he knows he's QB1 which I'm sure they've told him, but now it's public that he's QB1. Some of these concerns are slowly going away from the national media.
I hear you. I hear you.
But yeah.
I got to take some more calls, but thanks for calling in, man.